Hello, my name is Officer Nathaniel Harvey with the Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office Community Engagement Team. We thank you for taking the time to join us on our Fraud and Scams information session. The type of scams we will cover are identity theft, social security scams, Medicare scams, card skimming, coronavirus scams, phishing scams, jury duty scams, and romance scams. Here's an example of a telephone call that you might receive.
This is due to an error. You may connect with Legal Cell of Social Security Administration. In order to connect with a Social Security Administration officer, press 1 now. In case we did not hear from you, your social will be blocked permanently. To connect with the officer now, press 1 and you will be automatically be connected with the concerned departments. We did not receive any input. Dear citizen, in order to speak with Social Security personnel regarding your Social Security, press 1 and this automated system will connect you with the officials. Press 1 now to connect.
The most important thing to remember when dealing with Social Security scams is that Social Security numbers do not get suspended. The telephone call, like the one I just played for you, might sound official. They'll typically use an auto caller, so it's going to sound computerized, and they do that to try to sound official. They may say that they're protecting you from a scam, but that's obviously not the case. You need to contact the government agencies through numbers and websites that you know to be legitimate, and the U.S. government typically contacts you by postal mail. In doing research for these trainings, I came across a story of a 92-year-old lady in Roseville, California, who was taking a cab to go to the bank. The cab driver started a conversation with her and asked her what she was doing. She told him she was going to withdraw $25,000 to settle a debt with the IRS. He told her it sounded like a scam and asked if he could call the number that had contacted her. He called the number, and the person on the other end kept hanging up on him and eventually blocked his phone number. But the lady still wasn't convinced, so the cab driver asked her if he could take her to the police department so that he could talk to them about this. So he took her there, and an officer was able to finally convince her that this was indeed a scam. So that's just a story that I found out in California of people who are, they get scared. They think their Social Security card or number is going to get suspended. So they panic, so they try to go pay whatever money these people are looking for. Just the other day, on Tuesday this past week, I got a phone call informing me that my Social Security number was suspended. So it happens to everybody, these scam phone calls. So it's something that we have to deal with now on a daily basis. Medicare or someone representing Medicare will only call and ask for personal information in these situations. A Medicare health or drug plan can call if you're already a member of the plan, and the agent who helped you join can call you also. A customer service representative from 1-800-MEDICARE can call you if you've called and left a message, or a representative said that someone would call you back. Companies do not offer free equipment. Medicare doesn't offer DNA testing kits. You need to initiate your own calls to Medicare. Hang up if someone calls you and asks for your Medicare number or other personal information. The number to call Medicare back is 1-800-MEDICARE, which is 1-800-633-4227. Never give out personal information to a caller claiming to be from Medicare and report the call. You will call Medicare back and say, hey, I got a telephone call. Then you can also contact the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, to let them know that you're getting a scam call dealing with your Medicare. Skimmers are illegal card readers attached to payment terminals. They read the magnetic strip on the card and are sometimes used in conjunction with a fake PIN pad. They're used on ATMs, gas pumps, and grocery store payment terminals. They account for $1 billion in losses per year. These are a couple of pictures of what skimmers can look like. How can you identify a skimmer? Well, parts of the credit card reader are loose or move when they're jiggled. Or the credit card reader could stick out far past the panel. You can look on the gas pumps especially, and you can see if the security seal has been voided. It's typically a red piece of tape that has an official stamp on it, and if that tape is ripped, you know that it's been tampered with. You can also check and see that the pin pad inside the store, if it just looks more bulky, if it's thicker than normal. If you need to use a credit card reader at the gas pump, your safest bet is to use the credit card option rather than use a debit with your PIN. New skimmer technology is placed in the pump due to pumps having a universal key that makes them easier to break into. They can be installed in as little as 2 minutes. Larger gas station chains are more likely to have higher fraud prevention than a small mom-and-pop gas station in the country. The way money is laundered makes it also very hard to track. Has anyone received a jury scam phone call? A law enforcement officer would never threaten to arrest you over the phone. We don't want you to run. It takes many offenses to raise to the level of becoming a serious offense. When you miss jury duty, you're going to have multiple chances to come to court. The fines are also very low, not hundreds or thousands of dollars. In North Carolina, official jury summonses as well as failure to appear notices are always delivered to your home or post office box by first-class mail. Court officials and law enforcement do not make phone calls to threaten arrest for failing to show up for jury service or any other infraction. Calls after business hours should be a red flag. You should also know that caller ID on the telephone can be manipulated to appear as a local number or display the name and phone number of any agency or business. If you have concerns, hang up, look up the number to the courthouse, call the number to verify with the jury coordinator or clerk of Superior Court's office if you have, in fact, been summoned for jury service. Report all suspicious calls concerning jury duty to the sheriff's office. In February of 2020, the Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office became aware of a new scam in Mecklenburg County. Scammers were calling citizens and posing as deputies, stating that they have a warrant for failure to appear in Mecklenburg County Court. To avoid the arrest, scammers were demanding $2,000 to $3,000 to be paid in the form of Bitcoin. Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office does not make phone calls or ask for funds over the phone or target a specific group. One of the key things to look out for is the Bitcoin. That should be a red flag right there. Most companies, they don't take payment in the form of cryptocurrency. They want your regular American money. The best way to stay informed for information from the Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office is through our social media accounts. On Facebook, you would type in Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office. On Instagram, it's MeckSheriff, and on Twitter, it's @MeckSheriff. We put all public information out via the social media platforms. In our disconnected society, people long for human connection. One way they reach out is through social media. In 2019, people reported losing $201 million to romance scams. Scammers create fake profiles and develop relationships to begin working a long con. They take the time to gain people's trust and then tell the story where they need to ask for money. An 80-year-old man was scammed out of over $200,000 by a person that he met through an online dating service. The person posed as a woman living in Florida and spent months speaking with the victim under the pretense of engaging in a long-distance romantic relationship. The victim believed that he was investing in an art gallery in Florida. He even received fake museum documents and bank statements. Over 5 months, he made payments to overseas bank accounts because he believed the money was to be used to ship a statue of a lion from China to the museum in Florida. Unfortunately, that was not the case. Some basic stories that scammers will use is by telling the people that they are working on an oil rig, that they're in the military, or they're a doctor working with an international organization. Once they develop a relationship with the victim, they may ask for a plane ticket or other travel expenses. They may ask to pay for surgery or other medical expenses. They ask for people to pay by wiring money with reload cards like MoneyPack or gift cards from vendors like Amazon. This is how they launder the money and make it harder to track it. Here's the bottom line. Never send money or gifts to a sweetheart you haven't met in person. If you suspect it's a romance scam, stop communicating with that person immediately. Talk to someone you trust, and pay attention if your friends and family say that they're concerned about your new love interest. Do a search for the type of job the person has to see if other people have heard similar stories. For example, you could do a search for oil rig scammer or U.S. Army scammer. You can also browse the comments on the Federal Trade Commission blog posts about romance scams to hear other people's stories. If you think it's a scam, report it to the Federal Trade Commission at ftc.gov/complaint. Notify the website or app where you met the person as well. If you paid a romance scammer with a gift card, contact the company that issued the card right away. Tell them you paid a scammer with the gift card and ask if they can refund your money. Scammers are taking advantage of fears surrounding the coronavirus. They're setting up websites to sell bogus products and using fake emails, texts, and social media posts as a ruse to take your money and get your personal information. The emails and posts may be promoting awareness and prevention tips and fake information about cases in your neighborhood. They may also be asking you to donate to victims, offering advice on unproven treatments, or contain malicious email attachments. Don't click on links from sources that you don't know. It could download a virus on your computer or device. Make sure the anti-malware and antivirus software on your computer is up to date. Watch for emails claiming to be from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention or experts saying that they have information about the virus. For the most up-to-date information about the coronavirus, visit the Center for Disease Control and Prevention and the World Health Organization. Have you seen a message on WhatsApp or Facebook offering you free help during the pandemic? People have reported seeing messages that seem to be from Pepsi, Walmart, Whole Foods, Target, and other big-name brands. These messages all offer money to people who need it through grants, coupons for food support, or other giveaways, but they're all fake and not from those companies at all. You might get this kind of a message in English or Spanish from a friend or a contact. The message tells you to click a link to get your money. If you click, you might find a survey to take, or they might ask you to enter your name, address, phone number, or other information, and they might ask you to forward the message to several friends to be eligible to collect. But what these messages are really doing is running a phishing scam to collect your information and your friends' information and possibly putting malware on your phone, tablet, or computer if you click the link. There's no money to get and no help to be had, just scammers. It could have been a real and hopeful friend who forwarded the message to you, but it could have been a scammer who hacked your friend's account. So what do you do if you get one of these messages? First off, don't click any links. That could download malware, expose you to even more scams, add your phone number to lists sold to still other scammers. Delete the messages and certainly don't share them. Call the friend who shared the message. Did they forward it to you? If not, tell them their account might have been hacked. If you've already clicked or shared, run a security scan on your device to look for malware. And then tell the FTC. And that's through ftc.gov/complaint. Here are some tips to be aware of for contact tracing scamming. Real contact tracers won't ask you for money. Only scammers insist on payment by gift card, money transfers, or cryptocurrency. Contact tracing doesn't require your bank account or credit card number. Never share account information with anybody who contacts you asking for it. Legitimate contact tracers will never ask for your social security number. Never give any part of your social to anyone who contacts you. Your immigration status doesn't matter for contact tracing, so real tracers won't ask. If they do, you can bet that it's a scam. Don't click on a link in a text or email regarding contact tracing. Doing so can download malware onto your device. Here are 4 tips regarding stimulus checks. Only use irs.gov/coronavirus to submit information to the IRS and never in response to a call, text, or email. The IRS won't contact you by phone, email, text message, or social media with information about your stimulus payment, or ask you for your Social Security number, bank account, or government benefits debit card account number. Anyone who does is a scammer phishing for your information. You also don't have to pay to get your stimulus money. The IRS will not tell you to deposit your stimulus check, then send the money back because they paid you more than they owed you. That is a fake check scam. Identity theft is when someone steals your personal information to commit fraud. Most often, they will apply for credit, file taxes, or get medical service. These are some signs that you may be a victim of identity theft. You receive bills for items that you did not buy, debt collection calls and letters concerning accounts that you didn't open, denials for loan applications, an unexpected drop in your credit score. The IRS advises you that someone has already filed for your taxes, not receiving all of your expected mail from the mailbox, a notice from the health insurance company that you have reached your benefit limit. Phishing scams can be hard to spot. For example, the FTC has been hearing about one where people get a text message saying that there's a package waiting for them and asking them to click a link to learn more. It sounds innocent enough, right? Unfortunately, it isn't. A month or so ago, I was outside of a Walmart going into it. I got a text message and it said it was from Federal Express that I had a package waiting to be delivered. Now, I didn't click it. I deleted it because I knew that I hadn't ordered anything. And, you know, when you order something, 9 times out of 10, it's going to go straight to where you have it to be shipped from. So it's just a scam for them to try to get you to click a link to where they can try to get your information. So whatever the information is, whatever the message is, the rule stays the same. If you get an unexpected text message about a package, don't click any of the links. If you think the message could be legit, contact the company using a website or phone number that you know is real, but don't use the information in the text message. Why do you want to avoid clicking the link? Well, once you click it, they can trick you into giving personal information, letting scammers steal your passwords, account numbers, your social security number. Clicking these links could also let scammers download malware onto your device. If you believe that you have been a victim of identity theft, there are steps that you need to take. The first thing you want to do is call the companies where you know fraud occurred. Place a fraud alert and get your credit reports. Report identity theft to the Federal Trade Commission. File a report with your local police department. Close new accounts that were opened in your name. Remove bogus charges from your accounts. Correct your credit report. And add an extended fraud alert or credit freeze. Now it sounds easy when it's all listed out like that, but it could be a long process that you'll work hand in hand with your bank or credit institution to get your identity back and out of the hands of the scammers. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. If you have any questions about any of the information in the scams presentation, you can call us at 980-314-5314 or reach out to us through any of our social media platforms. Once again, thank you for your time today and have a great day.